Welcome back to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle, and we are here for Chapter 6 of Expedition Untold. Joining me at the bar this evening, her dice fell into a rainbow dice tray. They rolled down, 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 but the numbers went higher and they crit, crit, crit in the rainbow dice tray. The rainbow dice tray. Becca, welcome, Becca.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you for that. I saw that and texted you that it's my dream to perform Johnny Cash live to an audience, and so this is it.
It's perfect. It's my dream to help you fulfill your dreams. So
good.
Does it count as an audience if we have to be here?
Yes, it does. Also joining us, look, I may not be smart, I may not be handsome, and I may not be funny. Anyway, Scott Esmond is here. Okay, great.
I want it on the record. I had a nicer intro, and Celia said that one was funnier. So
this is Celia's fault. Your wife's fault. Unbelievable. Also here, recovering Shoqua kid, current school psychologist, and aspiring magical girl. It's Brooke. Welcome, Brooke.
Thank you.
Let's
I
play
love the
Guess
way...
That accent. What accent was that supposed to be, guys? You're not going to get it.
Scott,
really
think
bad.
of a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie that we watched together
Australian?
for the podcast. Australia.
You got it. It was a flawless Australian accent.
Clearly.
I thought Mel Gibson was in the room.
Got really uncomfortable.
Please leave, Mel Gibson.
Also here, fighting a dragon, but distracted by the thought of stew, Swain. Welcome, Swain. Ethel, got Ethel on the mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's always on stew on the mind.
Joining us as well, Valley Jack's dad, Charlie.
What's up? What's up?
Didn't know that. That was part of the lore.
Wow, that's an interesting lore.
Yeah, I feel like we talked a little bit about his parentage in the last time you saw Valley Jack, but this is right. We talked about how this is a slightly different timeline, potentially.
Right.
So.
I like it.
Last but not least, the party doesn't trust him, but so far all he's done is kill a known liar who killed others and also urged them to avoid a dangerous route. Bones, welcome, Bones.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Shut up.
Hey! I've done nothing.
I'm just getting in character. I'm so sorry.
Well, without further ado, let's reopen the book, turn to Chapter 6, and continue the story of Expedition Untold. Roll the intro!
Previously on Expedition Untold. We reached the corrupted land of the Maleficent Seven. We're pretty sure the red ooze corruption is taking the shape of a crimson cough sickness plaguing the towns here. Our book club, along with our new friends Valley Jack and Crum, were tasked by the marshals to get the enigmatic criminal Levi Rook to the town of Paradise to receive justice at Deepstone Prison. Unfortunately, before taking Rook down, Whiskey's fire went out, as Mtiro would say. We put Whiskey Waltz to rest after an odd last request, which included Mtiro's fiery pen and Whiskey's backside. The next day, we headed out with the carriage and our steeds. I tried to figure out what was going on with the Crimson Cough antitoxins, but of course I couldn't really figure out anything. As we approached the Crevasse, Marshal Tenenbaum kept talking about how they had cleared out the goblins from this area for a railroad, but then plans fell through and no railroad was ever built. Rook warned us that a drastic action such as that might lead to balancing of the scales in that sinister, weirdly charming way he says stuff. Anyway, we went on our way. We were ambushed by kobolds, and they had been hiding as cacti. They said we had to pay their toll and give them water. Imtiro did his best to barter, but in a show of disrespect, Marshal Tenenbaum poured water out on the ground right in front of them. Suddenly, moisture was sucked out of the air, and a giant cactus dragon unfurled. It's really pointy and scary looking, but we have to get Rook to the 259 to Paradise, so our story continues.
As Marshal Tannenbaum arrogantly dumps water from his bag of water holding onto the dry ground, the kobolds react in fear as the moisture is sucked from the air and ground. You all had saved from this effect, but Old Man Corlin had not, gaining a level of exhaustion. 30 feet from the back of the stagecoach, close to the cliffside of the Calabassa crevasse, a huge-sized cactus dragon reveals herself. Large needles cover her entire body. Her tail is a massive club that looks like a swollen cacti. She raises her neck upward and blows steam out of her mouth.
Mayak feitot okraz mesekala kutarashie.
The kobolds turn to retreat from the area. Up ahead, about 170 feet away from the stagecoach, appears to be a narrow passage through the canyon, which could serve as an escape. At the front of the caravan is Marshal Tannenbaum, followed by the stagecoach with Valley Jack at the helm, Hugh and Levi Rook inside the coach, Namby on the back manning the Gatling gun, Imtiro riding alongside, and Corlin, Crum, and Buckworth following behind. Everyone, roll initiative.
Can you tell me how many vials there are?
There are 10 vials.
Thank you. That didn't even come up. How could we forget that in the...
I need it at the top of the show.
Okay.
There are 10 vials, and one of them is still in the hands of Marshal Buckworth in the back. The case of vials is up with Valley Jack. And we are using the kind of inventory rules where it's Valley Jack, you have the case. You don't necessarily have to like lose a hand to be carrying it.
Cool.
I did misspeak in the last episode as a huge dragon, not a gargantuan dragon. But let's get those initiative rolls. Crum.
3.
A 3?
Yeah, yep.
Damn.
My bonus was 2.
Namby.
21.
Nice. Hugh.
A dirty 1 because my dice are broken tonight, and I want to just call out the Discord for this because I hate all of you. I love you, but I hate you.
If we go so long hyping up all of your rolls, but it's all coming, the karma is coalescing to this.
I rolled a 2.
Episode.
I have a +1, and then I have -2 for exhaustion, so a stanky 1.
Not me saying you were on a hot streak earlier today. I don't know why I chimed in.
I've noted it, Bones. Yeah, I've noted it.
Imtiro.
13.
13. Valley Jack.
The exhaustion didn't slow everyone down. Got a 6.
Oh my. Good. Levi Rook.
Y'all, I crit failed. I have an 11.
Oh my god.
I still beat 3 of you.
We're gonna die.
We're tired. We're tired.
I rolled a nat 1 and I was just like, oh wow, that's kind of funny. The bad guy, and nope, I'm early.
You are.
So you have a
early.
+10 to initiative.
Oh my god.
Woof.
All right.
We should set him free, let him do his like first round one shot on the dragon, and then we'll sign back up again.
Yeah, my big kill whiskey move. I just do on the one boss and we move on.
We'll set you free. If you kill the dragon in one turn, I promise, we'll just set you free. You
It's
can just
good.
go.
We're good. Okay.
Then it's even. The scales are balanced or whatever you've been saying this whole time.
We'll put the railroad in finally.
Whiskey was your stand.
The people who are riding horses will have to roll for their horses for the exhaustion effect on the when the moisture was sucked from the air, and so that is Imtiro and not Valley Jack. Imtiro, well, Valley Jack, yeah, for your horse because Chamfer is right there. Crum, and then I'll roll for Corlin and Tannenbaum.
What kind of check is this again? What kind of save?
This is a Constitution saving throw.
Tight. So horses get what, +1 to the Constitution saving throw?
Chamfer's a halfling, right?
Oh no! I thought that's what your face said.
No.
I thought it, and I was like, oh, maybe I don't know him.
Kyle,
Yes.
Crum 2 crit.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You know,
a 21.
reversion to the meme.
Oh, nice. Good. So your horse is good. That is Crum 2.
Those
Crum
scales,
2 is good.
man.
Yeah.
And Corlin and Tannenbaum both failed. Their horses both failed their saving throw.
Okay.
Valley Jack?
Yeah, crit fail. 2.
Oh, gosh. And M-Tiro?
That's a 12.
Yeah, the DC was 15 on that.
That's
And so that is a fail. Okay.
Hey, remember when you rolled an 18 back when Kyle told you to roll the first time and then
do
he took it
remember
away
that.
from you?
Yeah. Rook, are you a paladin? Do you have an aura that could be helping us?
I am a cleric.
Rook, though. We don't know what Rook is.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think you feel bolstered by anything, unfortunately.
I keep hearing my actual name, Brooke,
Right,
when you say
right.
Rook, and
That's
so
fair,
it's been
that's fair,
confusing
that's
for
fair.
me.
And hey, that's on me. I don't sound
Yeah.
things out when I name characters. One time I named an NPC the name of Swain's actual PC, and I didn't think about it until we were playing.
good.
Let's just add that to the list of reasons we're mad at Bones.
Sorry, guys. 1 second.
Jesus, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I give up.
Me neither.
Thankfully, I have everyone's turn to think about what to do. So I'm just going to sit here and glare at Bones.
Maybe the dragon will fly away before our turn.
It can't kill us all, right?
As a reminder for exhaustion rules, we were using 24 version, so when you make a d20 test, that roll is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level, and your speed is reduced by a number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level. So your horses all have 5 feet less of movement speed, which is 60 feet down to 55 for those who have exhausted horses, which is most of you. That brings us to the top of the initiative. So Namby, you are at the top, and you sit on the back of the stagecoach with the Gatling gun, and you can see the Cactus Dragon, which is 30 feet from you. Here's the mini again, the miniature of that Cactus Dragon. This is actually its actual size, so you can just step
looks
on
super
it.
Oh boy.
Namby, what would you like to do?
Okay. Before everyone possibly moves away from me, because if I'm looking at the map you sent me, almost everyone is within 30 feet of me except for Tannenbaum. So I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope. So that is a concentration spell, and it says I can choose any number of creatures within range. So I would like to choose literally all horses and people around me.
Okay.
Within 30 feet. If it comes up, you'll get advantage on wisdom saves, also death saves,
That's
and whenever you get healing, you automatically get the max amount. So there's no need to roll.
Nice.
That is cool.
Oh, yeah.
So that's for, let's see, what was the range on that?
30 feet.
And you
Yeah,
meant
that's
to include
everybody
the
but
dragon,
Tannenbaum.
right?
Not
the
the
dragon
dragon.
as well.
Horses and people.
Psych,
Okay.
I'm a cleric. I'm gonna heal that dragon.
Maybe it's got thorns in it. It's like the lion with the thorn in it. It's got all these things that if we pull them out and heal them.
Sorry, and you're casting that, so you're casting that and affecting everybody in that range?
I believe so. It says 30 within 30 feet of me.
That would be including like Corlin, Buckworth, Rook.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Even Rook.
Yes, even Rook.
Wait, are you sure?
Just
'Cause Bones
clarifying.
We gotta get him to
Clarify.
paradise.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No. That's it.
Okay.
Can I use this Gatling gun? Am I big enough?
You
Does
can
that
use
matter?
it. Yeah.
Okay, just for
it's
future.
Like, it's pointing. Yeah. So you'll have to use an action to use it.
Right.
But the Gatling gun, it's like a 10 by 10 cylinder, 40-foot range, and then 120-foot extended range. So range is 40 or 120, and then basically on the start of a turn, a creature has to make a dexterity saving throw or take.
66.
Okay. Great. Yep, that's what I had written down, but I was confused because I thought it was different. But okay. Yep. Great. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
All right. You see the dragon fan out its wings and use a legendary action to rise up in the air 30 feet. So it is flying in the air 30 feet in the air. So, and distance rules, we're doing the standard for like flying distance rules. I decided to actually look them up instead of like guessing on some sort of thing or using my graphing calculator. It's either the distance horizontally or vertically, whichever one is longer. So it's still 30 feet range from you guys basically. So
smart way to do it.
Yeah. So
A squared
simple.
plus B squared equals A squared in D&D.
Yeah. But yes, it is flying 30 feet up in the air, and it is time for a lair action. It is flying there, and it starts to speak. And there is a large cactus that is close to the back of the caravan that swells up and explodes, and needles fly out toward you all. And you'll be needing to make a dexterity saving throw, and that will be, let me check the radius on this. So that's going to be Namby, Emtiro, Corland, Crum, and Buckworth will all have to make this dexterity saving throw. And the DC is 16.
We're just snugly in our cocoon in the carriage, just looking at each other
bad
in
out
horror. Like, whoa, man. You just hear the plink, 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 plink.
Crum fails.
Crum fails. Namby, what'd you get?
I got a nat 1.
Fail. And
I
Tiro?
failed.
I got a 15.
15.
No.
It is a DC 15.
Oh.
Didn't you just say 16?
No, it's 16. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is DC 16. That's so
All
dumb.
right, good. I shouldn't have said anything.
You're supposed to guess. Like,
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh, no.
you totally said 15.
Yeah.
You
it's,
actually said 8.
It's definitely DC 16.
He said 16 divided by 2.
The absorb water layer action was a DC 15, so I was confused there. But so that needle burst, and everyone who failed is poisoned until the end of their next turn.
Oh, wait.
Sick.
I have that hill rune.
Oh,
Oh shit, I forgot about
yeah.
that.
An advantage
Yeah, the
on
hill
saving
rune gives you
throws.
advantage on saving throws against poison.
What does my lucky coin do again? I can give people advantage or disadvantage.
By taking a bonus action,
I still failed.
you can give people advantage as a reaction.
Or disadvantage?
I'll look.
Corland is not doing great with these saving throws. He failed as well, but Buckworth succeeded.
Advantage or disadvantage, yeah.
Cool. Tira starts reaching for the coin in his pocket.
I have a Pact of the Talisman thing that I can add a D4 to that saving throw that I just did. Can I? I rolled a 4.
Yeah, so
which
that
would
would
make
that
me
put you
save
up?
it.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So you are not poisoned. The needle hits you and you pluck it out really quick.
Thank you.
And
Just like
no poison.
scrolling
for you.
through all this stuff in here.
I know. It's fine.
He's been poked by that scorpion a lot of times, so this is not really an issue.
And Mtiro, you are up.
Great. Tiro sees the cactus explode. He reaches into his, like he just said, he reaches into his pocket to grab onto that lucky coin to activate that as a bonus action. And then with his action, he pulls out his Phoenix Quill Feather and he's like, in this time of desperation, Mtiro calls upon the spirits for aid and they answer with a valiant cactus warrior. And he burns it and it casts the animating performance on a cactus. Whatever cactus is nearby. Do we want to... Well, I can't do anything to... I'm going to have the cactus move up onto one of the horses, and it's going to, like... For the cactus, because Mtiro's trying to be more creative in his writing, it, like, it starts to burn up, and it gets more of a humanoid look to it. Like, its needles form like a mustache on its face, and it's kind of like... Its feet are on fire. It's hopping back and forth while it's while this is happening, and then he just
Great.
hops up, I guess, onto one of the horses to try to
On the stagecoach?
to try to boost everyone's speed who's it can within 10 feet. All the horses, preferably, to just make them faster if we try to run from the dragon. And then, with my movement, Imtiro's gonna move like 30 feet back. I can move back on my turn if nobody else starts moving away, but I'm gonna just kind of try to give the vibe of I want to go toward the opening, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone, come, follow me.
So you're moving toward that direction.
Yes.
The opening.
Just like 30 feet. Enough that I'm not too far away to cast any spells to help anybody, but just sending the body. I think it's time to go. Wrap it up kind of energy. Let's.
Okay. Mtira, you animate this goofy looking cactus guy that's now swings its leg up, its body up on a horse, avoiding all the needles from poking the horse, and is swinging its arm around, and you kick your horse and into gear and trot forward on riding on your horse, calling everybody to move forward and move away. That brings us to Levi. Rook.
Oh, it's so soon. It's so early.
And Levi, you are sitting in the stagecoach. Your hands are bound.
I'm comfy. Just a question for Kyle, and not even like a real scheme at the moment, but how would you rule a spell if I wanted to cast something stealthily, like to simply disguise the spell I'm casting or the actions, its results or anything like that? Is that something I can make on my turn at the same time, or?
It's gonna be difficult to cast a spell like sneakily just with like D&D rules. We can try to do like a stealth check. Are you trying to like do something where you like DM me what you're doing, or are you wanting to?
I think if I could pull it off, I will. I'm not gonna take an action this turn, but yeah, perhaps I might. All right, I'll pitch with. I'll have a little more intention with when I do something. If I do, I won't say I'm doing a spell and no one knows. But for now, I don't want to get out of this carriage, and my hands are bound. So I think I can activate my gun song, which really just bumps my AC for the moment. So I think Rook whistles that sort of double note discordant sound again, and is just sort of sitting in the stagecoach and looking out the windows, trying to getting a peek at the dragon and anything else out there, and just kind of bides his time a little bit. So I think I guess I'll take the dodge action in case Hugh gets spicy, but otherwise that's me.
Okay, so
Classic Hugh.
so just taking the dodge action.
Yeah, bonus action to activate my gun song, so my AC goes up by 4.
We really should have like gagged him so he can't whistle or whatever the fuck he does to activate his little gun song.
This gun song, that whistled.
That'd be rude for your podcast guest.
Bones is on every episode. We just gag him the whole time.
Okay, Corland is up, and so Corland looks at the dragon, takes out a pistol, and is going to fire, and hits the dragon. Does 12 points of damage to the Cactus Dragon. You see this bullet hit the dragon's side, so it makes like a thump noise, and like water like splashes out from the side of the dragon. Looks like this thing is like a plant, right? Like the inside of a cactus. That is his turn. And
finally carrying your weight, Corland.
He is going to and kind of get forward and hear your words, Mtiro, and move forward as far as he can with this horse, which is 60 feet, 55 feet.
Do mounts get to dash, or is that just?
Your mount gets to take 3 actions, either dash, disengage, or dodge. And so he could completely dash 120 feet ahead. Which yeah, he does.
Isn't his horse exhausted? Isn't it 110?
Maybe 110.
Is he close to the dancing cactus enough?
No,
Does
he's
that
not.
have to be a
yeah.
start of his turn, or does
Is
he
he?
just go through it?
You have to start your turn within 10 feet of it.
I imagine that
Fix
cactus
for
being like
Glory
those
Paladin.
inflatable things that advertise for cars.
Yeah, it's like that.
So he fires at the Cactus Dragon, takes a chunk off, kicks his horse. God, let's get the hell out of here! God damn it, Rook! Why didn't you say something? And he keeps moving. That is
He did
his
say
turn.
something. I mean, he did warn us.
Yeah.
I don't
Hugh
like him,
furrows
but
his brow and
objectively,
I'm like,
he did
what?
say something.
He didn't say enough.
SMH.
And Old Man Corlin is ahead of everybody. So that is his turn. Valley Jack, you're up.
All right. Does the stagecoach work like a mount with the 3 actions?
It does. It does.
Okay. So I'm probably about like 30 from the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Valley Jack is not well suited for
Ranged combat.
ranged combat. Yeah. I thought about grabbing a gun while we were at the armory, but too cool for that. I think
Mine's not in use at the moment. Going to waste.
that seems like a curse. That's a trap. Here's the question I have. If I hopped on chamfers, no one would be driving the stagecoach.
That is correct. You're at the helm, so someone has to be able to drive it.
Here's a question I have. Can an animated cactus drive a stagecoach?
Does it have thumbs?
What? Does it have an action on your
Yeah,
turn?
it takes its turn after me. I just have to use my
If it
bonus
has
action
movement,
to give
does
it
it
an
have
action.
movement speed?
Yeah, of course.
Then yes, it can drive the carrot. They can
All
drive
right.
it.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating.
It's got to be able to parallel park though, and do a 3-point turn. It's a whole pass its driver's lesson.
And it is half speed to mount a horse.
Yeah, correct.
Well, it doesn't matter that I'm exhausted because my speed's just lower. So I guess Valley Jack looks to Mtiro up ahead, says like, yeah, guide them off, Mtiro, and then looks at the cactus and hands the cactus the reins to the carriage, and will hop on chamfers and get kind of like space himself towards the dragon, try to get within 20 feet of the dragon. Then I will say the word on the rope of entanglement, and the dragon has to try to do a dex save or be restrained.
Okay.
Dex
so
save
you are,
15.
so you're trying to just get. You want to get 20 feet from the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're tall enough, and
Right,
you're
that's what I was
standing on
thinking.
a horse,
you're on a horse?
I'm gonna give that
I'm
to
on
you.
a horse. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you're
That's
on
the thing.
a
I
horse,
was like,
you're
the
5
height
feet
is
up.
hard, but I'm going to lasso a dragon right now. Let's see how this
Okay,
goes.
great. I love
So
this.
Valley Jack, I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, so to get to it, you're gonna have to be basically right under this dragon. Yeah, so you're ride up, Valley Jack, you ride, throw the whip out, and it's going to make its dexterity saving throw. It rolls a...
I'm going to give it disadvantage on its saving throw. I only move 30 feet away, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
are...
I use my prophetic state from my coin
that's
to give
fine.
it disadvantage, seeing Valley Jack leaping
Its
into
first roll
action.
was a
Nice.
23. Its second roll's a 21.
Well, you don't win them all. And yeah, I don't know if I've got any cool bonus actions. I think I gotta do it. If we get into some other shit before we go to bed, it's gonna be rough for Valley Jack. But I think Valley Jack is big. That's what you gotta do when you go to lasso the dragon. So
Yeah.
Valley Jack goes full size.
Okay, so you are raging?
I'm in giant form.
Oh, giant form, right. Because you don't rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a barbarian feature,
Yeah,
Kyle,
I
and he's
I keep
he's
forgetting
playing
he's
fighter.
not a Path of the Giant. He's a
Yeah.
fighter with the rune.
Yeah, I'm Rune Knight fighter. I'm large now.
Okay.
Do you fit on your horse now?
I'm like standing, and the horse is underneath
Chamfer's
my legs.
used to it.
Chamfer's a
This is
Rashadium.
his horse.
I think
Yeah,
we
he's
all
a
know
Rashadium.
He's a Rashadium.
It's like when you're like pretending to ride a dog or something.
This is Valley Jack's horse. Maybe a different horse would require the horse to make a save, but Chamfer is a strong boy.
Chamfer's built of sturdy stuff. If Valley Jack is riding it.
The dragon is going to use a legendary action, and it's going to fly closer to all of you using half its movement speed to get close. And you see it taking an inhale of her steam breath that you've seen before.
It's a girl dragon. Okay.
Is she flying like over and past me then?
I prestidigitate a donkey
yes,
costume.
over you. So you throw your lasso up to try and hit it, and it moves, dodges as it's flapping its wings and flying toward the caravan. And that was another legendary action for it. Marshal Buckworth is up, and he is in the back of the caravan, and he takes out his gun and fires and hits the dragon as well. You're doing pretty good. For 6 points of damage on the first one, and then fires again for a natural 20. Gosh.
Whoa.
All right.
And 8, oh my gosh, rolled 3 ones on the damage die for this. 8 points for the second one.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Good old Buckworth.
That was Marshal Buckworth and Marshal Tannenbaum up in the front. Buckworth is going to move on his turn where he was. He'd be able to get up to where Corlin was. So he kicks his horse into gear and gets sprints in front of the stagecoach on his horse. And Marshal Tannenbaum is going to turn and fire. Hits as well. Woo! Getting good. Just great. And that is going to be 9 points.
I mean, so far the NPCs
taking
are really
care of
carrying the fight.
They are really carrying it. Misses on his second, so 9 points of piercing damage. Tannenbaum aims his pistol and shoots. Fires, boom, hits the Cactus Dragon again, and like a chunk of plant flies off, and water kind of sprays everywhere. And that is his turn. He is going to kick it into high gear as well and get as far up as he can.
Good. Everyone's running. I like that. It's good. Except for Valley Jack, of course. But
And Tannenbaum is actually, because he was the very front of the caravan, is fairly close to that exit at this point, because he was at the very front of this. Now, finally, it is the dragon's turn, and we just talked about how I always roll terrible for initiative for my monsters, and that happened again. So you guys still, most of you,
Still
got higher
better than me.
Unbelievable. With its range of this, it is going to use its breath attack, and so you look and you see the Cactus Dragon flying over the caravan, then spreads its wings, takes a big deep breath in. You feel like the moisture suck out of the air for a second, and then blows this steam out and hits the caravan and goes through the windows around the corner and hits Namby, Rook, Hugh, and Mtiro as well. Spreads all the way around it, and everybody needs to make a saving throw. And this one
I'm
for
not
the steam
around the
attack.
caravan. I just want to point out I'm 30 feet away from it.
Aren't you immune to this anyways?
It
That's
has a
steam. I'm immune to having the moisture sucked out of me, not more moisture poured onto me.
It is able to. So I have the radius. It's a bit based on where your character was, where I moved it. It's right in that range. So
I was just clarifying because it sounded like you were describing that I was still there for the listeners. I'm
right.
willing
You
to
are
take the
above.
damage.
You are
The theater
above.
of the mind.
Yes. I know people are tracking the map in their heads. I just know it.
They all have their own little
Yeah.
figurines and mini maps that they have set up for them.
Well, every
It's like
month
the
we
John
send
Madden
out.
thing.
Yeah,
where he's
Kyle
got
sends out the maps.
screen.
If you're part of the Patreon, he sends out maps and figures that you can play along at home. So
That figurine that Kyle showed of the like beautifully painted Cactus Dragon.
yeah,
You get that for a day.
everyone gets it.
Pass them
This
all
is a
around.
Constitution saving throw. So this is a Constitution saving throw. As the steam hits you, this is going to be fire damage.
Oh, okay.
Did you just crit?
I did not crit. I'm waiting to be called on.
I'm calmly waiting.
Let's start with Namby.
15.
15. That is a fail. It was a DC 17 on this con save. Rook.
That's gonna be a 14.
14 is a failure. Hugh.
17.
17. You succeed. And Mtiro.
I got 20.
Mtiro, you are sprinting away from the steam as it hits the caravan and spreads forward. And you are desperately trying to get away from it, and you feel something inside you activate, and you teleport 30 feet in front of you. And you take no damage.
What the fuck? Okay.
What?
The rest of you,
Does this horse teleport?
if you failed,
I look at the horse. I'm like, thank you, you magnificent creature.
if you fail the saving throw, that is 45 points of fire damage.
Holy shit.
45?
45.
45.
Shit.
Oh, wait, the fucking cactus that's driving probably has to make this saving throw too, doesn't it?
It does.
Fucking driver's toast.
So, Kyle, do we take half if we passed?
Correct. Half of you passed.
The driver rolled a 13 on his saving throw, so my beautiful
steam
cactus boy
cactus
is
boy.
gone.
No.
Overwatered.
Yeah, he root rots.
God, he has exactly 45 health. Are you sure it doesn't do 44 damage?
Yeah,
roll
are you sure,
dice.
Kyle?
We're letting the dice fall this episode, guys.
damn
The
it.
dice have fallen.
So
Is Namby down?
down. That's exactly my HP. I have a thing. So if I went down, anyone who's looking, which I'm sure is nobody because it's mass chaos, the necklace that Namby was nervously fidgeting with last episode, you see like a bright light kind of shine from it, and it is a periaptive wound closure. Yes, it's a periaptive wound closure. So I don't have to make death saves, which I shouldn't have done in whatever episode I made a death save because I always have that necklace and I forgot. But she is stable on the Gatling gun.
Okay. So you're stable, but still at 0 hit points. Is the
I'm at
Beacon of-
0, but I
Beacon
don't have to
of-
make death saves.
Was Beacon of Hope a concentration?
Sure was.
Yep. So that is dropped. Rook, how many HP did you have?
I
Or are
went
you-
from 78 to 33.
Okay, so you're still up. He's still up.
Health.
I rolled for the stagecoach, and stagecoach passed. These horses are kind of connected with the stat block for the moment, and they
really
passed.
good.
So they are the stagecoach. The steam is not going to affect these horses, luckily. That is the dragon's turn. It is going to try and take a deep breath in and see if it recharges this breath, which it does not. And that is its turn. It is flies over the stagecoach and flies forward. Let's see how far it can get. It is all the way very close up to Corlin and Buckworth and close to you, Mtiro. And that is the Cactus Dragon's turn. Blows out that steam breath. Namby is down, flies over the caravan toward Corlin and Buckworth. Crum, you're up.
Cool. Where am I in relation to the dragon at the moment?
The dragon is 75 feet away from you.
Okay, like in front of me?
In front, yep.
Okay. I am going to use my action to cast Mirror Image on myself. I'm going to use my bonus action to curse the dragon, and I'm going to action surge and Eldritch Blast the dragon.
Okay. What's the curse?
It's a Hexblade curse.
It's just for you and damage, right? I think that's...
Yeah, it should only apply to me. That's a 17.
17 to hit.
Yeah, for the Eldritch Blast.
That will just hit.
10 damage.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
That's my turn.
Good. You fire off that Eldritch Blast after cursing the Cactus Dragon. Boom! It hits its tail, and you see this like water just spray off the edge of its tail. Hugh, you're up.
Okay. So, how far? It was 75 feet from Crum. How far from the carriage is the dragon?
From the carriage, it is 40 feet.
Your friend doesn't sound like she's doing too well.
You don't know her. So I am going to.
That shut him up.
Got him.
I can help. You know I can.
I don't
Take
know
another one of
anything
those
about
breath
you.
weapons, and we won't have a chance to get to know each other if we take another one of those hits.
No. And so then I get out of the carriage and I'm going to climb up onto the top.
Okay.
And because I don't think I would know necessarily that Namby went down. She's so small.
There's
I
windows.
would have heard a very
There's
light
windows. You
thud.
would've-
I know, just like a little toot, like as it just like hits the top of the.
We just heard a ow.
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as he gets up there, though, he is going to see that Namby is down and is going to rush over to her. And he reaches into his pocket, and over their long rest, despite the Calm Emotion spell Tiro cast, Hugh didn't sleep really well that night. And as part of his long rest, he baked a batch of cinnamon rolls. And he pulls out one of his cinnamon rolls from his pocket that is just evidently perpetually sticky, according to this. And he gently feeds
fur.
Namby a cinnamon roll.
Would you rather
from
be
my
dead,
chef
Namby?
Maybe a little.
I really don't like being sticky.
Oh, no thanks. No thanks.
I'm just taking a nap instead.
So you now you have 3 temporary HP.
Score.
So can I have 0 HP and 3 temp and be up? Is that how that works? I don't know.
I don't
If it's
know.
just temp, it wouldn't get you
It wouldn't work.
conscious.
Well, then never mind. I will take the healing potion out of my
Step over.
pocket.
You go to feed Namby, and she's out completely. And you're like,
you just
here, Namby,
smashed
and
the
she's not
cinnamon roll
responding
against
to you. Yeah.
You're like, oh, she wouldn't want to get sticky. I'll do the potion instead.
I still think it's like one eye pops open and it's like, no, potion. I don't want that.
Yeah, potion.
Please, my fur. The frosting's white. It's
Teeth
fine.
gritted.
Yeah, I will give you a healing potion, so you can roll that for however
It's
you want
Matt.
that.
Oh no, it dropped because you got hurt. Fuck. That's right.
Well,
Your
that'll
thing
be
would have
your,
made it so we got max healing, but you don't have that anymore.
But I am down. Yeah.
And potions
Yeah.
that'll be your bonus action. Will be giving her the potion.
Okay.
And is it just a basic one? Is it just the 1d4?
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's what you gave us, right, Kyle, for this?
Correct. Yep. You guys. Have,
Okay.
So basic.
So basic.
Cool. I rolled a 1.
Ma'am?
I don't know what to tell you. There's a 25% chance, okay? It's D4.
All right, well, now as my action, I force feed you a cinnamon roll.
Wait, I
use
can do
that.
it myself.
If it's a potion of healing, it should be 2d4 at least.
Oh, is it 2d4? Okay.
2d4
I was just
plus
going to
2.
look it up. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, well,
yeah,
that's
then
a
you
2.
there you go. Then you get an additional 3.
So I have 5 hit points and 3 temp HP.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
you're fine. Okay. And then I'm going to
That's
action
better
surge.
than a lot of level 1 characters.
And then I'm going to, so I'm going to move 10 feet closer, like hop off the carriage and move 10 feet closer and then manifest my, or send my echo. I'm not manifesting because it's already out. We have Zaz out.
Sauce.
Although actually, it's really fun rolling on the table. Can I just roll to see like another character just for fun, Kyle?
I did tell you that you weren't allowed to roll that off your turn
Oh,
anymore.
no,
'cause
he
I
was
wanted to
rolled
be
last
part of it.
episode. It wasn't a pre-roll.
Oh.
I didn't break the rules.
Where was Zaz at during the breath weapon attack? Like, did he not have to make any sort of fucking saves for that? Where was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So even if he's
So,
gone,
he's
fine.
gone. He
Cactus
would
died. How is Zaz still here? He has 1 HP.
Zaz is invincible.
So Saz was
Alright.
just hanging out in the carriage with you guys, sipping his inky wine and
His
just got
inky wine and
toasted.
got annihilated.
He's
Just in
gone.
a weird spot
So now
that
you
doesn't
can't-
get steamed.
Yeah. So you won't be able to activate your thing. That's a bonus
Yeah.
action, right? Okay.
I will not be able to. So instead, then I am going to stand
Well, actually,
on
you
top of.
used action surge, so you could.
But that only
right?
gives me an action, right? Not a bonus
Oh.
action.
You're
Yeah.
right. It doesn't give you a whole turn.
It gives you a bonus action, but not a bonus action. Just to make it clear.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to use my action surge to fire the blunderbuss from on top of the carriage, since I don't need to move closer at all.
Okay.
Come on, dice. Don't
Well,
listen
that's
to
a
Bones.
cowboy move. Standing on
Yeah.
top of a stagecoach.
Yes.
Surfing on top of a stagecoach. Oh, a nat 20.
Of course. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, my dice
I just
don't
want
work
to say
today.
this with everything that I have, but fuck you, Bones. You can't take this from me. Okay, so then that's a +4 to hit. So that's a 22 to hit, and then the other one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, both are gonna hit.
Bones. Okay.
A dirty and a clean 20.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Hey, I don't want to die. Good job.
I'm not mad at Rook anymore. I'm just mad at Bones. 18 bludgeoning damage.
Boom, boom, your blunderbuss fires and hits the Cactus Dragon in the back. And one bullet flies through one of its wings. Splash, splash, water comes off of it. Anything else for your turn? You are standing on top of the stagecoach. There's nobody manning the stagecoach right now. And so you could, with the rest of your movement, hop
Just
on
hop into
this
that seat?
hop into it as the mount. In front of the stagecoach is, of course, the Cactus Dragon flying in the air. So up to you.
Yeah,
if
I'll do
you
that.
wanted to. Okay.
I'll drive the carriage.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do. Yeah.
The Cactus Dragon is flying in the air and gets hit in the back by multiple bullets and does a barrel roll spin in the air as it's flying, and needles fly out in this big whirlwind of needles. And Emtiro, Buckworth, and Corland are going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Just out of curiosity, what language does the dragon speak when you're speaking its language?
You would wonder if it speaks Draconic,
Okay,
because it's a dragon.
makes
A dragon.
sense. Making
Yes,
sure
one
it wasn't
would
like
wonder
one
that.
of the random language. I always just pick like random languages I've never heard of to give my characters, so
Yeah.
just make sure it wasn't one of those.
What was your dexterity saving throw on that?
Big old fat 12, so I saved for sure. And I'm
Ooh,
not
it was
taking
a-
damage.
It was a 16, and you take 3d6, and I rolled 15 damage on that piercing damage. And so you take that 15 points of piercing damage, and Buckworth saves. He's still taking half of that. And poor Corland fails again.
There's just like needles, just interior just full of them, but they're burning like incense, just like smoking off of him right now. Picture it.
This smells so nice. What incense does Imtiro smell like? Some sandalwood?
I'm not.
I imagine
Scott just
cinnamon.
personally doesn't know his incense sense that well, so I don't think I can answer this question.
You didn't study this when you're getting into character?
No, I'm sorry.
I'll have to get you some for this holiday season, so you can do some
I
study,
actually did bake
some character
cinnamon
work.
rolls.
I think it would add too much to my stoner vibe if I had incense burning also, but that's just...
They're so nice. I love incense.
Namby, you get hit by the steam breath, go out and are awakened by this rush of health as you drink the potion that Hugh gives you. It is your turn again.
Well,
All good. Thumbs up.
defending didn't work, so I guess it's time to bring out the offense. I'm getting on that damn Gatling gun.
Hell yeah.
She just gets up, picks up those handles, and just goes, "Ah!"
Okay.
Which does nothing right now because it's at the start of their turn.
Yes, the stagecoach is still pointing backwards, though, is the
Oh, no.
problem. And so
shoot.
it's so
Brooke, start firing. I'm gonna get that fucking coach pointed at the dragon on my turn.
Okay, great.
okay. That's fine. That's
I really
okay.
honestly think she probably would be disoriented and would not know what to do and would just grab the gun. Like, I really don't think she has
15
any
kobolds
time.
are just like, duck for cover.
Yeah. Like, there's maybe kobolds. She's just gonna try and do like cover fire.
Okay.
Cacti just exploding.
So you're using your action to activate the Gatling gun and hoping that you get a shot at the Cactus Dragon. I
Yes.
love it. The Cactus Dragon is going to use another legendary action and use its movement speed to fly forward over Corlin and Buckworth and land in front of them, directly in front of them, and that
Darn.
is its turn. Thud lands in the ground, and we have another layer action.
Croissant de la Tendo.
And you feel the air in the crevasse pick up, and there's this blast of wind that goes through the sand and really puffs up a bunch of sand, hits you all, and doesn't really have an effect on any of you. And that is the lair action. Mtiro, you're up.
Yeah, that doesn't seem suspicious at all.
Oh, I don't like that.
Maybe
no.
he just forgot.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. I used the lair action that does nothing. Oops.
There's a typo on that lair action.
Classic dragon lair, nothing.
Goodness. Okay, well, Mtiro, not one ever to be deterred, pulls out his quill again, rips out another piece of paper, and writes down, "One to never be deterred. Mtiro calls on the spirits again and summons another valiant cactus warrior." I'm going to burn a 3rd level slot to use that feature again.
Amazing.
So that I can have him take over driving the stagecoach as my bonus action, command it. I don't know how you want to rule the movement on this. It has 30 feet of movement and fly speed on its turn. So I would create it as close to the caravan as I could, and then try to get it.
Well, luckily there is the steamed body of the old cactus, really right where you need it, probably.
Perfect. Yes.
And so you can reanimate this.
It looks like the moisture just sucks back into it or whatever. It sits back up. And
It's like floppy from getting steamed and it just unwilts a little bit.
It looks over at Hugh and gives a cactus thumbs up as it comes back
Like
to
a
life.
zombie cactus. It's like when people overwater their cactus and it explodes. Oh.
Got
So
some
I will-
nopales.
So that's my action. I'll use my bonus action to... Who goes after me? Who's going after me?
Everyone, because we all rolled so badly.
I know. Who's coming next that I believe can do anything to the dragon?
I think I'm next, but also all the cops go too.
Yeah.
And Crum
I'm going to look to
Before
Crum.
Valley
and
Jack.
Since Crum actually did damage to the dragon
Yeah.
and did something, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it up, my friend. We've got it on the run, and I give him a bardic inspiration because I can do that and command the cactus. So you get a D8, Swain, and a motive potential that's floating around you. Cactus, I'm commanding it to move that caravan in whatever way this map will allow for that gun to point at the dragon, but also not rip through me and everybody else who's standing there. I mean, if I can at least try to position it so Brooke has the ability to aim it at that dragon if a path gets cleared, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, you absolutely can, because it will. The caravan will come your direction, and so you see the cactus look at you and like point its stalk, and it whips the horses into gear, and they move toward you and like kind of brush past you, and that's going to give Namby the Gatling gun. She's firing it, and so you have to duck as the Gatling gun bullets go over your
full of
head.
holes
Yes.
as she goes by.
As Namby, this little rabbit person. And that will be its turn and movement for this. For this.
And I'll use my movement just to try to, I guess, stay behind that area, but move with it once it's past me, I suppose.
Okay.
And that's it for old Mtiro's turn.
That is Levi. You're up. Rook.
Oh boy. Okay. So the carriage, the stagecoach, we have now made progress towards this exit from the crevasse, or have we not made any
Yes, you've made some progress. You can see the exit from your window. From the carriage is 110 feet based on the angle that you kind of took to get that angle on the dragon. So 110 feet away.
And how far up are the marshals and the dragon, or are the marshals? Because they all moved towards the exit, right?
No
They
one's
did.
watching
So you
Rook
can
in
see
there.
from the exit, Tannenbaum is 30 feet from the exit. He's pretty far up because he was at the front of the caravan. Corlin and Buckworth are in combat with the Cactus Dragon at this point. It's right in front of them. That is, and they are from you, 30 feet Buckworth is, and Corlin Highland is 40 feet.
Oh, so we're kind of like a turn away from them now because we've caught up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hugh went to the top of the stagecoach to drive. So Rook is no longer in handcuffs. Just first of all.
How did you get out of the handcuffs? What was that?
Well, no one saw.
Oh, gotcha.
Mtiro's at full health. It just is how it works. We just say things now, and they just are.
Well, I haven't lied and you haven't lied. I want this to be sneakier, but I'm going to second wind as my bonus action because, I took a lot of steam damage. So I'm going to get back 8 HP. Brings me up to 41. Not ideal, but we work with what we have. Is there anything in the stagecoach? Did we bring any supplies, or is it purely just people's inventories are on their persons?
There wasn't a whole lot in the stagecoach because they didn't want to give you any tools.
You already robbed it.
You know? So
I'm just making sure I didn't forget. Someone said something is actually in there, but that makes sense.
Are you also out of the ball and chain that I created to put on your leg?
Was that
I don't think that's
an illusion?
No, it was. Didn't I create an object to do that?
You sure did.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
sure
that.
did.
But it only lasts for 3 hours. I don't know how long we've been.
that was
on
yesterday, the day before.
It was at the start
Or at
of
least this
It was the
morning.
start
It
of
was
today
at the
when we
start
were
of the
heading
travel.
out.
Yeah, it wasn't yesterday.
Okay.
How long have we been traveling? That's fair. How long?
It's starting to flicker, it's going to.
I believe it's probably been 3 hours because we wasted
It
so
has
much
been-
time with the dried out
And you
guy.
also took the
Yeah, we got
rest.
to short rest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We had to soak that guy. It was real,
That's true. We did add a short rest.
So I
in
like to
here.
imagine
Okay.
Rook sitting there I could get out of the handcuffs, but the ball and chain's still here, and then it just disappears. It's okay.
There's just gunshots and chaos outside, and I just look down and oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to exit the stagecoach. You said Buckworth is 30 feet from me.
Yes.
I'm gonna run right up to Buckworth. I have 40 feet of movement, and then I'm going to. I'm gonna.
Wait, before we start, did Bones start within 10 feet of the cactus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you've got 30 feet of movement because it's giving you 10 feet less movement.
All right, so I still make it.
Okay.
Okay.
I make it right there, but that's my whole movement. I don't love standing right next to him at the end of my turn, but that's okay. That's what I get. I need movement to get on his horse, because that would be fun, but I don't have it. I am going to do, against all of my min-max urges, the most stupid action surge anyone's ever done. I'm going to action surge and make a sleight of hand check to take my gun back from Buckworth, who kept it on this
Excellent.
person.
Give me a sleight of hand roll. The DC on this, he is there. This is in the middle of combat. He's got a giant cactus dragon in front of him. I don't think the DC, I can even set it higher than your bonus probably. It's only going to be a DC of, well, they'll say a DC 10 because of all the chaos of you trying to get there and find your gun and get it.
I rolled a 28 sleight of hand check.
Yeah, yes, it's, yeah, impossible to miss this. So,
Sweet.
so you successfully get your gun from Buckworth.
I was going to say, if I failed on that attempt to action surge and take an item, I was going to never play a fighter again, but success.
Buckworth has been
And-
like flaunting everything at you. You know, he holds your gun
Yeah.
on his hip. He has been flipping that vial in the air, catching at this vaccine that he has that he took from you. He is not being subtle about his arrogance toward you.
And I'm just
And-
going to try to I'm not even going to try to be seen by him. I'm just going to be as quickly and quietly as I can, just sort of like between Stagecoach and Marshall's, sprint the distance and just right out of the holster, just as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, he is not, because he had a cactus dragon land right in front of him. So
Yeah. I'm also trying to low-key avoid the attention of the cactus dragon, so might even just make sure I'm behind his horse a little bit or something like that. But I believe that's my action surge, and bonus action. So that's my turn.
We got 4 people with action surges in this group.
I did note that. I was like, that's a lot of us.
Okay, great. It is Corlin's turn, and he is right in front of the cactus dragon. He's going to make a shot with disadvantage on the dragon. Just tries to aim and just fires straight over the dragon, misses. That is Corlin's turn. Valley Jack, you're up.
How far am I from the dragon?
You're pretty far, but your horse has good speed. You're 95 feet. Or you're 100.
Hell yeah.
You're 100 feet from the dragon.
95, 100 feet.
Some number, whatever.
Oh, to the man!
Can I get 110 feet? 110 feet.
Okay, and Levi's also within that kind of zone.
I'm right next to Buckworth now.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like Valley Jack looks, he tried to get the dragon's attention before and failed desperately. Everybody else got hurt but him. He turns Champers around, gives Champers a little kick and goes like, "Let's go, buddy." And then we sprint back in full gallop towards the dragon. I'm going to... I'll do it, why not? Let's make an attack on the dragon with the big old rail. Hell yeah, nat 1.
But no, you don't nat 1 because Mtiro is so filled with confidence watching you that the prophetic state from the coin he's holding gives you advantage.
Great.
14.
Ooh, 14 misses.
The exhaustion bumming me out right now. Valley Jack goes like, "I'm not knocking out this dragon. I see how this is." So he's just going to try to grapple the dragon.
Oh, yeah?
Good. Great. Which he can do because he's large. He's right?
big.
Yeah. You're big, and the
boy.
dragon is
Oh
huge.
my god.
And covered in thorns.
And I have advantage on athletics checks. That's going to be a 22.
Yes. Oh, against its strength. Yeah, we're gonna do a.
Or Dex, right?
Yes. Dex. It rolls a 17, but it's gonna use a legendary resistance on that.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
you made
not
it use
gonna let
one.
you.
That's
Well,
good.
Yep.
I'm gonna action surge.
Great.
We're going for another grapple.
Fighters.
That's gonna be a 20. 20 on this one.
20 and let's do.
Come on.
Grapple a dragon.
It rolls
be
a
so cool.
natural 20.
I got one more. I got one more in me.
Silvery barbs
more.
it. Silvery barbs it.
I'd already used my reaction. I can't.
I will
yeah.
silvery barbs this one and give it disadvantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay.
Cool.
So it has
Unfortunately, that rolls a 10.
Oh! Wait, can I give Valley Jack advantage?
I already had advantage.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Rolled a 17 with this.
I rolled a 2 and a 4 on that one. I've been rolling in the 18 range.
It
for
rolls
all the other
it
ones.
rolls a 17 with disadvantage. You try to get in there and grapple this, and you are getting in there with the needles, and it does have an ability, Needle Hide. Speaking of being close to those needles, anybody who is touching the dragon or hits it with a melee attack is going to take 4 points of needle of piercing damage as you try to get in there and
That's
grapple it.
lowered to 1 point for Valley Jack.
Holy crap.
As a heavy armor master.
Nice.
Cool. Sick.
I forgot how silvery barbs works, and I can't give advantage, but I do give it to someone else after I use
Yeah.
it. Or there, so is within 60 feet. Is that just Valley Jack in terms of player characters?
Yeah, Mtiro is there. All the other Hugh is there. Namby and Crum.
Rook sees this giant man attempt to, bear hug a dragon, and has been hearing Mtiro just shout out motivational lines and encourage people on, and then also just animate this friggin' cactus thing, and it's just like so absurd. And I think just sort of like in awe of this sort of bizarre band of people that he hasn't encountered really. He's kind of impressed, so he wanted to help Valley Jack. It didn't work, but he will send advantage to Mtiro on his next attacker ability check.
Okay.
Or saving throw.
It's probably going to be a saving throw.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn, Valley Jack?
Yeah, I don't got any good bonus actions, so I think... How am I aimed with the Gatling gun?
What were the Gatling gun? Yeah,
Yeah.
so you are out of the Gatling gun's gonna be able to hit the dragon without hitting anybody else with the angle. It's
Good.
just gonna scrape by Rook and Buckworth, and you're on the other side of it basically.
Cool.
So great. Buckworth takes out his pistol and he's gonna make 2 shots at the Cactus Dragon in front of him. And first one is a hit. Nice, Buckworth for 10 points of damage.
All right, Buckworth, he's winning me over. If he keeps hurting the dragon, I'll root for him.
And second one hits again. Man, he is killing it. Fires 2 shots, boom, boom, into the Cactus Dragon. One hits the lip of the Cactus Dragon and it sneers its razor-sharp needle teeth at him. Cactus Dragon has taken quite a few hits at this point. It's still looking pretty darn good, but you can tell that a lot of damage has been done to it. Tannenbaum, you see him pretty far ahead at this point, and he takes out his pistol and he aims it at the Cactus Dragon, just like the goblins. And then he looks like he's about to fire, and then he sees Rook. Then he sees Rook right next to Buckworth, and he yells out, "Buckworth!" And he aims his gun at Rook, and he's gonna fire at Rook.
Damn it, I don't have shield.
Shit. I don't have a reaction anymore to help you since you helped me.
22 to hit.
Oh, that meets my AC.
Even your fancy gun song one?
Yeah.
I'm not using a runic shield on Rook. Sorry.
It's only 6 points of piercing damage on that first one.
It's only 6.
I figured. You could take one bullet.
You get hit for that damage, and he fires a second one and whiffs and misses. And he is going to stay put where he's at. He's feeling pretty safe, and now sees that you've escaped, Rook. And Cactus Dragon's turn. It is going to. You're gonna look at it, and you see like the green color of it swell. The sun is just blazing down on this landscape, and it heals a little bit at the start of its turn.
Is it in the Gatling gun thing now?
Yes, it is. And so it is going to have to make that dexterity saving throw.
This thing just healed.
Yeah, that's great news.
Cool.
You saw
We
it
got
looked
it, we got it.
On a scale of looking like amazing to just a little bit. It was just a little bit of feels like it absorbed some of that sunlight and just a little bit felt a little bit better. But now it has to make a dexterity saving throw against the Gatling gun, which is ripping into it. And it is going to save on that. It's roll a 24 on its dexterity saving throw. Go ahead and roll the damage for that, Namby.
Yep, just
6d6.
did. And that would be a total of 19.
Okay, so it's going to take half damage because it saved
Yeah.
on that. So, So that Gatling gun is ripping into the Cactus Dragon. You see it, and it's like putting up a wing trying to block it, and then it is going to dodge a little bit from it and start to claw its way toward the caravan, and it's going to make its way all the way there. Valley Jack, you can make an opportunity attack on him.
I just want to... You can't grapple as an opportunity attack, can you?
It's a melee attack. I don't think so.
I think you can. I would
Okay,
love
well-
it if this was you. If it tried to crawl and suddenly Valley Jack was holding its tail back, like that'd be amazing.
Does it move through my space, or am I still?
It does not. You're still too far away. And Corlin and Buckworth are on their horses, which kind of separates them, and they have pistols. Go ahead.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and what if I did the math wrong and it was 20 to hit?
It's still good.
You forgot about exhaustion?
Yeah. I didn't forget about exhaustion, I just didn't subtract.
That's my kind of exhaustion, where you just like, yes, I acknowledge you, but I do not take it.
Not bad. 20 damage.
20 damage. That's pretty great. You slam into it with your rail and chunk off a piece of its tail.
I forgot that Valley Jack's good at attacking. Why am
I
doing
don't
all
want
this
Valley
other
Jack
stuff?
to get hurt, but didn't you say something about when you hit it with a melee attack, you take?
It's 4 reduced to 1,
it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Well, that was 4. I can roll for it every time. But you're right. So that melee attack, that's going to be 9 piercing damage this time to Valley Jack.
Okay,
As you
that's
make
something real. I'll take that.
And
Say it
Scott's been
again.
very
All right, the
teacher,
real
teacher, you
damage.
forgot
I
our
want this.
homework.
Not this baby.
Listen, I
one
wanted
shit.
to take damage for the team. I was at full HP and had 1 damage on me.
That's fair.
I'm the tank. I should take some damage, even if it's self-inflicted.
Yep. So it is going to go. It is going to claw forward, straight toward the carriage, and get close to it, and slam its tail into the side of the carriage. It literally would have to roll in that one to miss this, based on the AC of the stagecoach. So, slams into the side of it for 23 points of bludgeoning damage. The stagecoach is still stable, or still together at this point.
Give it disadvantage on that.
On that roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Valley Jack bangs the rail on the ground.
For a nat
and-
one.
Come on, Nat 1.
Yeah, it was rolled a 12. It's still hit.
Okay.
But
Worth a shot.
that was its first attack, and then it is going to do a bite attack on it as well and grip at it.
Glad I got out of there.
My cactus guy's on there. No.
Hugh shields the cactus guy with his body.
Takes 8 points of slashing damage with its bite. It's got the slashing bite attack, and so it rips a piece off of the stagecoach, and it is going to try and do that again, and hits again for 11 points of damage. And the stagecoach is still standing, actually. And so just barely standing.
It's because we had Valley Jack add a wheel on, so it's like extra sturdy. He just
it's
sticks
a really
some
awesome.
Yeah, can we
things
get
up.
like an extra 10 HP for that really good wheel?
Wasn't able to take out the stagecoach with its turn, but that was, that's its movement. That's its turn, and it is going to take a deep breath in and not recharge a steam breath. Crum, you are up and you are within range of a lot of things. The Cactus Dragon is 20 feet away from you.
Okay. Crum is going to wheel Crum 2 around and move up, like right next to Valley Jack and the dragon. And I'm going to use my bonus action to activate the rune, which will give me the bonus of the rage stuff. He like spins the revolver around and it like clicks into like the Eldritch Blast cylinder, and he will take a shot at the dragon. What does the D8 do, Mtiro?
But if you're gonna take a shot, then you get to add that D8's number to the damage if you hit thunder damage from it. But also, obviously, it's Bardic Inspiration, so add it to the attack roll.
17.
Just missed. Oh, missed. 17 hits. Yep.
Yes.
17 just hits.
Woo! And what was so yeah, you rolled a 4 on the Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll do 4 extra thunder damage with the attack as the mote of potential blows up. Like as you shoot through it and it fucking cracks off and makes an extra loud noise.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage. Rips into it.
Yeah, and I will move up alongside the stagecoach as well. Just a little bit further up after taking that shot.
You want to be like next to the stagecoach?
Yeah.
On the other side of the Cactus Dragon, I would think? Or next to it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Cactus Dragon is going to take a legendary action, a tail attack, and it's going to make another tail attack against the stagecoach. And its tail rises up and slams into it for 26 points of damage, and it slams into the stagecoach, and bam! Namby, you fly off of it. Hugh, you stumble off of the front of it. The horses are detached and are scattering, and the stagecoach is flat on the ground. The Gatling gun is no longer in use. That is its legendary action, and Hugh, you're up.
Oh no, Rook was in there.
Since the cactus can fly, he's just like sitting in the exact same spot. He wasn't really sitting on the carriage anyway.
He was floating.
It's right there.
Crum, you had ridden your horse behind the carriage to hide from the Cactus Dragon. That tail slams down on it, and there's no more stagecoach there. And Hugh, you're up as you are on the ground. You are standing in this pile of rubble that was a stagecoach.
So it's been probably a month and a half, I know, since we recorded that episode. Can you remind me and the listeners what the person said at the gunnery who gave me the blunderbuss about this extra jank? Like, what was the mechanic?
Yes.
I don't need to know what it's going to actually do.
So
but
on
like,
your
do I just
blunderbuss,
fire
you
my
have
gun?
an extra barrel that seems to be shoved with a bunch of shrapnel in it. And they said you gotta be right next to somebody. And it's
I
a
remember that
5 foot
part.
range. It's not a disadvantaged, ranged attack. It's just 5 foot range and does they think it does a lot of damage, is what they think. But it's a one-time use. After it, the whole thing is disabled.
Cool. So since I get 2 attacks, am I allowed to shoot the gun normally once and then?
Correct, you are.
Okay, cool. So Hugh sees Namby fly and immediately just gets livid, and hearing Tannenbaum's gonna probably have to die, but that's for another day. But yeah, he's going to fire his gun at disadvantage first for a normal attack.
So you can, right now where the stagecoach was, you don't have to roll this at disadvantage because you're 10 feet away from the dragon.
Oh, okay.
So you
I'll
can
do
fire the first one and then step
okay.
forward and fire the second one.
Just walking up like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's so mad. The goblin comments, it's on, man. So the first attack is going to be 24, so -2, so 22 to hit. Is
Yes.
that right? No, sorry, I did dirty 20 to hit. Sorry. I did the wrong addition on there. It should be a dirty 20 to hit.
It's
I was looking
impossible
at the
for
wrong
you to
stat
roll
block.
less than 20 on your attack rolls anyway. So it's
Yeah,
It's just how Becca rolls.
it's
yeah, with my
Except for
dirty
earlier.
one initiative.
that's
Okay, so the first one is going to be. Oh, cool, an 8 on the dice, so that becomes 9 bludgeoning damage initially.
okay.
And then Hugh steps forward 5 more feet, or however much it takes, and we're gonna say he presses the blunderbuss like directly up against the side of this dragon.
Okay, great.
And fires it.
So you pull the trigger, and this is a strength attack because you have to hold the blunderbuss in place for this.
Yes, it is.
So roll an attack roll.
Well, that is a nat 20, so that becomes a 28 to hit.
Becca! Becca!
I'm telling you
You got a
guys,
free
this is how
action
it is
surge from
all the
that, too.
time.
Well, this thing probably doesn't do like an insane amount of damage
How?
already, so surely.
How am I supposed to kill anybody ever this campaign?
Keep making goblin comments, and it's gonna bring out the worst in
You
you.
had a nat 20 on this gun. Okay, so this gun,
Yeah.
you pull the trigger, and you were able to hold it directly in place right in the side of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I hold it to its head, like,
Okay.
as I know that's probably gonna kill me, but yeah.
Tons of this shrapnel of different sizes blast out of the extra barrel on this blunderbuss. It does normally, without a crit, does 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 1d8 plus 1d10 plus 1d12 damage plus your strength. So go ahead and double that.
Wait, so just one of each of them, but not the 20. So 4, 6.
So
8,
go ahead
10,
and grab all the dice
10,
that is around
12.
you. And,
Up to 12.
Okay.
Yes.
There's 4,
And double it.
6.
This is a chance to roll all of course.
This is
Of
so
course I give this
fun.
thing a bunch of dice to roll when I know
You never
that
get to roll
Becca
those
will
kind
roll
of
a
different
nat-
dice all at one time. That's so
Yeah.
Listen
awesome.
to it. Listen to it.
So this will do 2d4 plus 2d6 plus 2d8 plus 2d10 plus 2d12
Plus
damage.
strength.
Plus your strength.
My God.
You can tell she's really counting when her head goes out of frame.
It's the authentic.
Yeah.
She's pulling out an abacus. She's
Oh my
giving
god.
extra pencil
Wait.
and paper.
There's her pink calculator, her
And
graphing
then plus
calculator.
strength, you said?
Yes, plus the strength.
So that'll be 64 damage.
64 damage. You press it into the side and blast a hole through the dragon, and it explodes the dragon. And the water flies everywhere. You see it's like chunks of cactus are flying everywhere. As this explosion happens in your hand, you're able to keep it there, held there, and it just explodes the dragon. Water is everywhere, so all of this water just starts to flood the area and pour over into the sand and dirt, and the cactus dragon is no more in a single pull.
Wow.
Tira, are you on a
Water
horse?
everywhere.
Are you like, is
I
your
am
fire
on-
being, is this bad for you?
No, I'm okay. I'm on a horse, and also I want to say that my cactus person, seeing this horrific cactus violence, throws up water all over himself.
Holy cow.
Huguenot.
What just happened?
I think I just walk over and, like, without saying anything, just hold my hand out to Namby to help her up off the ground.
Okay. Rook, are you looking to make another turn?
Yeah. Valley's looking at Rook.
I'm not
Everybody's
sure
heads
if
turn.
we're out of initiative yet. The cactus dragon is exploded. Namby,
Damn straight.
you are up in the initiative.
Wonderful.
I'm not going to say that I'm not considering an action, so I don't think Rook is like, sees the dragon and then goes, glad that's over with, and then, sits on the ground like, so.
All right, slap those cuffs back on me, boys.
Yeah, it's not my turn, but I haven't said anything for sure. I think I'm, at least in this split second, just processing.
Yeah. Well, Namby has really good passive insight and perception, so Kyle, if you want me to roll for it, I will, but I feel like she probably clocks that.
Yeah, I think it's you'll have to roll for that, just because your passive perception's trying to take in a whole lot at this point.
Absolutely fair.
So yeah.
Do you want me to roll perception or insight?
Insight.
Okay. Ugh, that's not great. 16.
Insight? Doesn't make any sense. Insight's like a
to see what his motivations are.
And motivation.
She's trying to get his intent.
Oh, I thought she was just trying to notice that he was out of the wagon or not, or whatever.
No, I think you're trying to get his intent, right?
No,
yes.
we're doing the good, bad, and the ugly eye thing right now.
Yeah,
we're all zoomed in on Namby, and then zoomed in on Rook, and then zoomed in on the cactus.
So are you contesting that, or how is this working?
I think I would roll a contested deception just to, disguise my intent if Kyle would allow.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that's a 19 deception.
Yeah, you beat me because I didn't roll great. So I don't know that you're thinking about running, so I'm not going to cast Hold Person.
Wouldn't your normal inclination tell you that the bad guy that was in handcuffs probably should be held?
Yeah, this isn't interesting.
I
don't understand how you can deceive somebody into thinking they're not a prisoner anymore.
I don't know. I don't want to metagame. So Kyle, you tell me.
And hey.
The way I took the intent was this. Yeah, it was. Were you trying to see if he is actively going to attack someone, or is
I wasn't seeing if you. I guess my thought was not if he's going to attack someone, but is he thinking of running? Was my main goal.
It looks like he's standing there, so that's
here's a question that might help. Who goes before me?
I do. I have advantage from you.
So after Namby is Tiro, and then
I think
Rook.
I can't remember if the marshals are.
I think it's the Pinkerton, right?
They don't go before you though. They go after.
Oh, one just took an attack. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like she would.
Yeah, so Namby, so that was a free roll. But it's your turn. The Cactus Dragon is dead. You see that Rook is out and he is uncuffed and he has a gun in his hand, and he is standing next to Marshal Buckworth.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
I don't know if it's metagaming to
I
see a
feel
man
like
with a
we
gun
know,
in his hand who is a violent criminal we're trying to transport.
Right. That's what I'm trying to set We're going back to the character versus.
I know. I'm just talking to Brooke here.
Us players wondering if we should fight each other. It's hard for players.
And Jack and Tiro are feeling the magic effect of my silvery barbs, in which I attempted to aid them. So at least if we're all just running on instincts in the last 6 seconds.
It does fit. I feel like Namby already had one or two moments of just is Rook who we're worried about?
I guess that's kind of what I don't know. I've made this so complicated now. I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
This is just if you wrote down in D&D terms what happens in that Good, the Bad, the Ugly scene, which is why it's a movie of three men silently staring at each other for 2 whole minutes.
Because I really do think that she has eyes on the prize of we got to get him to paradise. Mm-hmm. He can't get away. Even if she doesn't know he's actively trying to do something against that, I feel like she would try and at least restrain him. So
you're
if you're
debating
okay,
using hold person, not killing him.
Exactly.
So I think,
as long as everyone thinks that's kosher, I'm gonna cast hold person.
I think you should pick up the Gatling gun with both hands.
Walk it like a minigun.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a wisdom save. My spelled save DC is a 15.
Can't add much to that, can I?
And the Aura of Hope or whatever isn't happening anymore because you didn't first
Correct.
turn kill the dragon for us.
And I passed out in the meantime, so that is not happening.
I didn't want to make a decision on my turn the first round, and now I'm regretting it because the dragon's already dead. Yeah, that's just a flat roll to this, huh? Stupid overpowered character sheet. I got it a +0. That's a raw 19.
Oh, gosh dang it. So you are not helped.
Silvery barbs.
I don't have a reaction yet because it hasn't come back to my turn.
Yeah, you're not held. How far away is he from me, Kyle?
From,
Rook and me, how far away?
Rook is,
30, right?
no, 20 feet away.
Oh, I'm just going to walk up next to him.
That was, you were 30 from where you were at in the stagecoach. So before.
That's it. That's
so you
my
try
turn.
to cast Old Person and walk up next to Rook. Excellent. Mtiro, you're up.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to command my cactus guy to go try and grapple Rook.
Ooh.
Because he's gonna
What's
have
your
better.
movement speed on that, though?
He's got 30 on his movement. I didn't know if he was close enough. I guess if
Yeah, he is
Namby.
just close enough.
So he's definitely got more strength than I do. So that's who's going to try to grab onto Rook.
Okay.
I think after I shake off the hold person and realize, the attempt made to restrain, and I will kind of see this cactus thing coming up.
It's doing this. It's like flying.
I just want to I can't really wrap my brain around the character that only exists in this universe as a real cowboy villain, seeing the fucking Wile E. Coyote Looney Tunes shenanigan happening.
It's a steamed cactus, though, so a lot of the quills aren't as dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
It's bloated in some areas.
Like that
It
little
just
translucent color.
Yeah.
literally did the Looney Tunes thing of staying suspended in air when its vehicle was smashed. God, it's really throwing me off. I'm trying to keep my cool here. But I will say, to Namby and to everyone, but okay, we saw who got us into this situation, right? We all saw and what's been happening. I'm not really sure you have me to worry about at the moment.
I mean, this man is a dick. That is clear. But we do still have a duty to transport you. So I still want the cactus to try to grab him because I know this man is silver-tongued and I don't trust him to not still try to make a break for it. But, Bones, the good news is I rolled shit on this roll to have the cactus grapple. You only got a 12. So.
Oh, and I can use acrobatics.
You can use acro if you want, yeah.
I'm not proficient, but I will get a 16.
All right, well, you win, but I still get
I just
to
do a quick head duck, hey, whoa, get off me! This thing wobbles at me and falls over.
I get the bonus effect of being able to lower your walking speed by 10 and boost Namby's by 10, though. Since you're both next to the cactus. So.
Yay.
Let's make a deal. I'm trying to get to paradise as well. We all want to get there. Let's just do that, but without the handcuffs and all that, because you're just wasting your time.
All right, Levi. Buckworth. Watch your pockets. Levi. And I open up the thing of vials and go, I'm thinking McCoy needs one of these. And I'm thinking you want one. Maybe we can work something out. You come with us. I'm not saying you're not going on that train. I don't know what else is on this path. You seem to know better than anybody else. We might need your help. If you go running, and I close the box of vials.
I'll get on that train. I get to decide where one of those vials go.
Like hell. Buckworth looks at you. It's your turn, Rook, if you want to take a turn.
Oh, boy. Boy, oh boy.
What's he gonna do?
You need Kyle to flip his D2 to help you decide.
Kyle, you need to go find it.
Kyle, go find it.
Rook is so genuine about that offer. That like I'm not rolling deception. I would roll persuasion with a +1 if I could. But like, I feel like everyone sees there's just no bullshit in that response. And then the thing that makes it more believable to you is how Rook changes completely when Buckworth chimes in. And it's like he loses it. Like he doesn't flip out or anything, but like his face changes in a way that like his temper flares. And it's like, oh, he was being honest and like having a conversation, and then this guy wouldn't shut up. And in that split moment, I'm gonna cast a spell on Buckworth, and I'm gonna need him to make a intelligence saving throw, DC 16.
Okay, quick, guys. I still have the ability to give this person advantage on this. Do I?
I mean, I don't like those
I don't
marshals.
really like Buckworth
I mean, they
very
kinda say
much,
yeah.
so-
Here's the thing. I don't want... Buckworth has one of the vials.
Mm-hmm. But we don't even
need
know where
the
they
vials.
came from, right? Like, we haven't asked any questions about that.
Came from
Your
the-
deal kind of hinged on, at least one, but kind of securing all 10.
We
Right.
need all 10 vials
Yeah.
that are here currently.
10.
So, Mtiro, make a choice.
Yeah, I guess I'll give this fucking guy I hate advantage on this, just because if you kill this guy, it's really gonna ruin the deal anyway. If you
Right.
just do something to this guy, so
What was the DC?
16.
He rolls a 14 on his first. And a 19 on the second.
Damn.
I wonder what it was gonna do.
No. Can me as a listener know?
It's my turn?
So you cast a spell. Is there anything that happens on a fail? On a success?
Did Mtiro,
Successful
you weren't
save.
casting a spell. This was one of your little runes.
I used the rune because it's still active because it lasts for a minute and the fight, hasn't.
Okay,
We haven't been
darn.
through enough
Okay.
turns, so.
You learned from your Silvery Barb's mistake.
I did learn from the Silvery Barb's mistake about counter spells.
Well, I think he mutters something under his breath and it just doesn't work. He doesn't raise his weapon at all. But yeah, that's just a pass or fail situation.
Okay.
I love this game. The dice rolls, man. The dice.
Where are Buckworth, Tannenbaum, and Corland?
They are. If we're gonna end initiative here, which I think I would say let's. That was kind of the end of the one move that Rook might have before everybody kind of collapses on you. At this point, after that scene, Corland and Tannenbaum are gonna rush up and kind of join. You guys are in charge of kind of what happens here. You guys are talking about making a deal and things, but we'll say we're out of initiative at this point.
I'm gonna go up and grab Buckworth.
Okay.
I will also resist any attempt to like restrain, because I think like what I was agreeing to was like, you don't have to. We don't need cuffs if I'm getting on the train. So if they are,
If Valley
They're trying to
Jack
get
gives
rough
you
on
the
me, I'll
clear,
fight back.
then
Okay.
I'm fine with it. Valley Jack is the leader of this outfit, as far as I'm concerned. So
I move up to help Valley Jack
Yeah.
get
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Great. We'll do this. Yeah. So this will be like we'll be out of initiative for these types of things. So, yeah, Valley Jack and Crum, you guys go up to Buckworth. And are you trying to grapple Buckworth?
I'm gonna grab Buckworth by his shirt. I'm still 12 feet tall or whatever. And lift him off his horse.
Okay. He's not going to want to do that, so he's going to do a quick saving throw.
I got do the math right, 24
Yeah,
on my athletics.
how does a 6 go?
Flat 18s there. Flat 18s.
nice.
So yeah, he fails that. So
Yeah. Valley Jack is just gonna grab Buckworth and like hold him up by his collar and go like, All right, Buckworth. I know you're a marshal, and I know y'all have jurisdiction over this. You let your fugitive grab his gun off of you. You sent us down a dangerous road. If this was a Marshal Buckworth was killed by a Cactus Dragon, unfortunately, dried out to a husk, I think that could be the story, and, you know, it's 6 of us.
I don't know, Jack. That's what I heard.
I heard it too. I think, you know, it'd probably help if that vial got back in the case with the rest of them.
Roll intimidation with advantage on that.
Good. I want, when he mentioned the cactus could have killed him, I want my cactus guy back there, like, cracking cactus knuckles.
You know, you want your dice to tell a cool story, and sometimes they give you a 6.
That's with advantage?
With advantage?
I got an 8 and a 7.
An 8 and a
0
7.
to my intimidation.
Well, if he's grappled, can we just take the vial off of him?
Yeah, that's true.
He gives you a big smile and takes the vial out of his shirt pocket and
He flips
tosses it up in the air again. And let's see if he catches
Fucking
it.
guy. I regret so much using
I'm
my
like,
coin
I'm like
on this
right there.
fucking
Can
guy.
I make like a dex
Flies
check
in
to
the-
try and save it or
Can
something?
I just do this to him and try to catch him?
Yes.
Flies up in the air. Go ahead and do his try to do a dex check real quick and see if you can beat his dex to catch it.
Flat
Was it like
text.
sleight of hand or what is it?
Just you can do a sleight of hand.
That's a 17.
Okay.
You rolled a 14.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Valley Jack, he throws it up. Valley Jack just moves him off to the other
And
side,
drops him.
catches it. Yeah, drops it, catches it.
Doesn't
puts
understand
the-
how physics works.
We got 10 vials in the vial holder.
Finally.
Good.
He's gonna try and play it off like a meant to do that.
Meant to be dropped by the giant.
Thanks, Buckworth.
You hold on to that, but no way in hell we're giving him one of them. And he looks over at Brooke, sneers at him, and Tannenbaum runs up, and he is going to kind of knee you in the leg, is what he's going to try and do, to try and get you to go down to one knee. And
I would
What?
immediately swing at him if he did that.
Where's
There's no
my
way.
knee?
to Rook? No, not to Valley Jack, to Rook. Sorry, I didn't say to who. To Rook.
Yeah. No, it's a headbutt. We just hit hits you in the shin.
on him.
Sorry. To Rook. Tannenbaum is going up behind Rook and is going to hit you and try to get you to go down. He's just gonna. I'll go ahead and roll an attack to see if he can actually do it.
Can I make an opportunity
He's
attack
gonna
with the
miss.
cactus to trip him when he tries to do this?
Tannenbaum?
Yeah, like, I don't
Sure,
like Rook,
I
but
guess.
we just made this whole arrangement
Right.
to, like,
Yeah.
Can I shoot him?
okay, that's a
7 for
little
sure.
much, though.
I was honestly thinking of casting Hold Person, but now we've all said we were going to do things, so.
Yeah,
So
this is where I
Tannenbaum
was worried
runs
about
up
getting out
to
of
try to
initiative.
do this, and immediately does not even get there. You guys do it. We're not doing any more rolls on this. The cactus trips him. He falls into the dirt and gets up and stands up. And you guys are all on guard. And he's like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
Look, we made a deal. We're not here to hurt anybody. We have a job to do.
And Rook's gonna come, but he's got to be in the handcuffs.
Well, they were completely ineffective before. Why are we just doing this?
God damn it.
We have eyes on him. He's come along with us. I don't honestly see what the point is.
We got him handcuffed here. Here's your handcuffs. And I hold up the thing of vials. And I look at Corland. Y'all been telling us a lot to do. Y'all been asking us a lot. I think it's about time you tell us a little bit about these vials.
He posed that question to Corland. Tannenbaum is on the ground scrambling, and he tries to get up. He's like, "Are you insane? If he's not restrained, he's just gonna escape and blah blah blah." And Buckworth puts up a hand, and Marshall, and he gives him a nod and seems to calm down. Tannenbaum a little bit, and you see Buckworth gives him a knowing look, like he's just got this smug face on him, right? And so he gives a nod to Tannenbaum, and Corland looks at the old man Corland. What are you wanting to know? I mean, I was hired to pick up the vaccines, and we picked them up from the hospital, and they were meant to travel to paradise. I don't know much more. I know that the hospital was trying a bunch of things and using stuff. They were taking in a lot of fish to help make this, but that's pretty much all I know.
Well, do you know if they're making more? I mean, 10's not that many. Apparently, a lot of people are sick.
They think that if they can use this vaccine on those who are sickest, that those antibodies can somehow, or I don't think he knows the word antibodies, but that somehow...
He's got a medical degree? Wow.
All villains have medical degrees.
Somehow that will help the most, the people who are most at risk, who are kids, and we've seen kids who are coughing up blood, and it takes a while, but eventually it does, end their lives.
Is it all kids that have it?
Pretty much. I think I've heard of adults getting it, but doesn't seem too bad. They still get that bloody cough, though.
I look over at Rook while he says that.
Yeah, I look very pointedly at Rook on that.
Yeah, I think we're all staring at Rook intently.
I keep a very straight face, as I do anytime this idiot is talking.
But that's it. That's all I know.
Rook, what do you know about these? You want us to listen to you more? You were right about the root.
I don't know anything about the vials and the vaccine, how it works. I know it heals you. And I know I'm, at least from my perspective, better choice to decide where they go than these 3 old fools. I don't think it much matters. What else is just... I don't know what their intentions are for them besides keeping them from me. My intentions are to use them to heal people who are sick.
Do we know they work? I mean, have they actually used them on people?
They've used, they had some test vials out in the hospital, but limited amount of fish they could catch, so I don't know how much it will really come down to, how many vials there will be and how fast this will spread, but yeah, I'm sure
I have
there's a
some
limit.
expertise with fish catching recently. Perhaps we could help.
I don't know. I don't know the type of fish, honestly. I don't do much. They're red in color. I think that's why they look red in the vial. The liquid looks red.
The fish are red. Could they be part of what's causing the illness to begin with? Are these fish that people consume?
Do you at least know where these fish are coming from? Like, do they catch them in a specific area?
Oh, I think they just catch them in the rivers. Buckworth says, well, if that's that, let's get a move on. And Buckworth starts striding forward.
What do we suggest we do with these 6 horses that were attached to a carriage that is no longer present?
Well, I'll need one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, me too.
I'll also need one.
Okay.
Some of our horses are tired too. We can run
Swap out?
circuits or whatever, like the Pony Express does or whatever.
Yeah, the exhausted ones don't have to carry someone.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of want to keep my horse because also I think maybe it teleported me. We didn't really investigate that thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Tyrell, make a quick investigation Arcana check. Or Arcana check, either one.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, baby, Hey, Becca, thanks for rubbing off on me. Nat 20.
Heck yeah!
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's not good.
There's a leaf on your clothes. It's autumn colored, like a burnt orange.
Okay. Interesting. Does it remind me of a certain Cassie No Sense when I take a look at it?
No.
Okay. Well, I just thought maybe the leaf was autumn colored because she's like an autumn eladrin, but I guess or she's a spring eladrin.
Oh my gosh.
She's a
so
spring
different.
eladrin. Right. Yeah.
I guess she could change. Does it look like Argos? He was a fall eladrin, I think, in the Gladiator tournament.
Yeah. So you got over 20 on that, which is what I was looking for, and that's
leaf.
what you notice. A leaf
Well,
that wasn't.
I gingerly pick up the leaf in my gloved hand. And I put it in like a book. I closed a book on it for now.
Okay. You guys all travel forward. Are you taking all the horses then, and like being?
Yeah, so they don't die. I mean,
if you just smack a horse on the butt, it'll just go live a happy life. I don't think it'll die.
That is how they work.
I
That
don't
is how it
know.
works. Yes.
Like
to be
the
a
dragon's
horse.
dead.
There's 12 horses.
You think the kobolds could use some
No,
horses?
there's 13 horses. I think there's 13 horses. There's so many horses.
Wait,
There
there's
were a
one horse
lot.
that wasn't here before.
Where we
6, 7,
what?
they're multiplying.
9,
Six
10,
extras?
11, 12. Wait, 12. 12. There's 12. I'm being.
So there's 3 extra horses, right? Because we've got 6 of us and then 3 NPCs.
Yes.
And so the cactus rides one.
It does. So then there's 2 extra horses.
How is the Gatling gun?
Disabled.
It's dead.
Totally dead.
It fell off the smash thing. Can I pick
I'm
it
not
up
sure we
and-
can transport it.
Well, we
You
got
look
2
at it
extra
and it
horses
is,
to
it is destroyed, unfortunately, and
Damn.
you
man.
unfortunately
Weird
won't be
that
able
that
to take it with
specific
you.
thing got destroyed for some reason.
Let's
Hey,
just
that's
take
the one
the
that-
bits
that's
of
what
it
the,
and put it
the
on the
Cactus
2
Dragon wanted to
horses.
do.
We'll see if we can find someone.
All right, guys, let's
who
long
fix
rest
it.
to fix the Gatling gun real quick before we move on.
I mean, I only
Some
did like
reason
8
was a
damage with
dragon.
it. It wasn't even that bad, Kyle.
Yeah, it's true.
It did not like that Gatling gun, and so, but so you guys all kind of move forward your caravan with the rest of the horses. You can see Tannenbaum and Buckworth are like, "Why are we taking these horses? Just let them go." And Buckworth said, "Whatever," and they continue on, and you continue on and out of the Calabassa crevasse. It's getting late in the evening. You travel on without anything else happening kind of the rest of this day. Moving a little bit slower because of your horses. Your horses are, some of them are exhausted and you are now have tied rope to kind of carry the rest of them through. You do find a spot that looks like a kind of cutout in some of the cliffside of these kind of spire-like plateaus that come out of the ground in these in this western frontier, and you find a place that seems relatively comfortable and a place to rest for the evening. You've got a pretty good vision of everything around, and you look at this place and see that this is an area where, you know, not a whole lot of life exists. There's not a whole lot of activity out on the frontier at this point. It seems pretty quiet. Tannenbaum, says, "I think this is a good place to stop and let's rest for the night," and starts to get a camp going and a campfire and to settle down for
I
the
watch
evening.
him start the fire mechanically, even though I could easily start it with the
Good.
snap of my fingers.
Good. And so this is the rest of the evening. What your characters do to settle down before this night, and also Rook is kind of along at this point, not cuffed, and with the group. Do you do anything different for him this evening?
Hugh walks around to us and hands out the remaining 6 cinnamon rolls from this morning and hands one to Rook.
This is exquisite.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You just brought these? When did you make these?
I don't really sleep well on this trip. So kind of made it like last night, this morning, here and there. It takes like 4 hours because you have to let it rise and stuff like that, so.
Y'all are an interesting bunch, I guess I'll say that.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
While they're talking, Imtira's going to cast Leoman's tiny hut around us while this is going on to make sure nothing can fucking ambush us in our sleep. Just keep everybody safe out here on the plains.
Great. Perfect. And you want to make Leoman's tiny hut look any certain way when you cast it?
It's always for Imtiro going to be just that, like, he rips a crystal bead, like, off of his shirt and crushes it in his hand, and that shoots up the big flame dome around us that immediately, like, burns away to charcoal, remaining, protecting us.
Valley Jack, Crum, and Rook, you've seen some fantastical things, some things that are unexplained, but this is pretty wild to happen out of nowhere.
Must have been mushrooms in that stew. Feeling kind of weird.
Those would be really late acting mushrooms.
I look at the cinnamon bun, like, wait a minute.
This stew sits long.
Don't worry, it's safe. He's done this before. It helps
Not
keep
worry,
us safe.
It is the fire spirits. They will protect us and keep us whole tonight. As long as I am inside this dome, nothing can penetrate it.
All right. And who can go in?
Nobody. You, anyone who was in the dome when I created it can come and go as they please, but nobody else can enter.
Were the marshals in? Was Rook in?
It's a 10-foot radius. I'm just assuming it'll, like, that's 20 feet.
We were all
in
milling about.
diameter.
You weren't intentionally excluding anyone?
No. I'm trying to get everybody in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm the only one who can't leave because if I leave, it goes away.
Kyle, how does passive perception work while I'm sleeping?
Your passive perception while you're sleeping, with a passive perception over 20, which is what you have, you can hear whispers within 10 feet, and that will wake you up.
Okay.
Which I have written down for no specific reason. But there's a lower DC
he knew I had a good perception,
for
that's
people if there's like yelling or if there's like full volume. I think full volume talking I don't have it written down, but full volume talking will like wake up anybody around.
Okay. My I'm not gonna like lay down and sleep right now if we're all like, milling about, but my plan would be to maybe sleep by the door, like by the opening, by the entrance, so that if anyone tries to get out, I can maybe know that that's happening.
I don't think there is an opening. I think it's
is that
just
not how
like,
it works? Is it
I think
not?
it's just like we can pass through it, or you guys can just go
it's
through
like a
it
doorway.
like anywhere.
Okay,
like,
so that
I
wouldn't really
believe.
work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everywhere is the exit, so sleep in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
we could
yeah.
put some stuff up, like making it hard to climb out some ways.
I mean, I'm not too
I
worried
don't know
about
what
it.
stuff we have.
Rook is very invested in these vials,
Yeah,
so I
I
don't
wanna
think
make
he's
sure the
gonna
vials are.
run.
Yeah, maybe sleep by the vials instead, so you can hear if
Oh,
anybody
good
tries to go
idea.
for those.
Yeah,
or
I'll sleep.
on them.
Yeah.
I'll sleep by the vials.
I guess I should have just
whatever.
made it with Rook outside of it, and the
That's
vials
why I was.
inside
That's
of
why
it.
I was getting at that. Like, I'm like, if it's just the people I know I trust, that's one thing. But
We can
I also
retcon
think,
it if you want. I just didn't want to leave anybody out there to like.
I
I also
potentially
don't know if we
die.
want to leave Rook in
I
the
think
rain.
you left everybody in there.
Yeah.
I think everybody's
Yeah, I don't
in
want to leave
in
him
your
out
tiny hut.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Maybe Tannenbaum though.
Buckworth,
Tannenbaum can sleep
Maybe
outside.
just Tannenbaum wasn't in there.
Tannenbaum sucks.
Maybe like when he goes off to pee, that's when you cast it. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, can't do
My
anything
friend,
about
I'm
it.
sorry. I have no more spell slots to cast it again.
I do
That's
actually
not right.
think that Namby would like find a point to talk to Hugh and Imtiro and just be like, I don't really trust either of those marshals, but that Tannenbaum guy really seems to kind of just do whatever he wants. I think we really need to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
What he did to those kobolds was, I get that they're kobolds, but, you don't just do that. That's not... What was he doing?
He is an unwatched flame just waiting to spread.
Yeah, I think we need to keep an eye on him. So, that's all she really wanted to say.
If we're winding down for sleep time, I would have a conversation before then, but if other people have stuff they want to do before sleeping, then I will wait.
I want to pull Hugh at some point and just say, listen, Hugh, good work out there with that gun. I know when Quill showed me that blunderbuss, I was truly terrified to see what it could do to a human being or something like that, and I think you used it on an appropriately sized opponent. So thank you for that. Shows good judgment.
It was very intimidating when he handed it to me. I thought I was just gonna only use my bone crusher, and then I got really mad. So thank you.
Sometimes this world will make you mad.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna pull Crum for a chat, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, you seem like a Baldur's Gate 3 guy. Have you played it at all?"
Tannenbaum's like, I just started playing.
No.
Push Tannenbaum through the side of the hut. He can come back.
I'm not allowed to talk about this Baldur's Gate 3. It's a pretty great game. You do see Tannenbaum and Buckworth chatting about who's going to take first shift, who's going to take second shift at watching Rook. And you can see them settling down. Buckworth is taking a first shift and is staring at you, Rook, as whatever you do, and he's got his gun kind of on his lap with his hand on it, just faced at you.
Maybe if it's if we're not yet settling down, or it's still open air or something like that, when the marshals do chat amongst themselves, if I can kind of want to talk to the party but without them involved.
Sure,
I don't know if there's
that's right now would be a good time for that.
Yeah, just kind of wait for them to feel like they're in their own little conversation, and kind of I think his eyes kind of travel across everyone, trying to remember something, but is which one of you said you killed Ella McCoy?
I brought it up, but I was saying that in the original story that the original party did. I don't know who actually did it, but
that's right. You said that Valley Jack killed Ella McCoy. What do you mean by original?
Well,
it's complicated. We're kind of not real, Rook.
Well, we don't know that. I mean,
we don't really know what's going on, but we heard a story in the tavern where we used to hang out for our book club. It told a story about these people, and that's what happened when we heard it. That's what we heard, and then now we're here, and something different is what we're being told.
And Jack and Crum, you don't remember it that way?
Nah. Sent her to prison. Thinking that's where she met you.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Well, that's the case as far as I know.
How is Ella?
She's fine.
Haven't heard had or hear of her for a while. No, you've got some sort of partnership, some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, she's taking more of a backseat to things. Landing, shot calling, and all that, but lying low while me and the gangs run around.
That doesn't sound like the Ella we knew. Ella was face first involved with everything.
she's taking care of someone, isn't she?
She's she got this new sidearm, and I didn't think much of it until I saw Mr. Fireboy over here make a cactus try to tackle me and a few other strange things, and then y'all are telling me that you killed her one time. That's why I'm always, loyal to myself and call my own shots. You never know when someone's gonna change.
What's the
Change how?
firearm do?
Well, she talks to it.
Might I ask you what color it is?
Standard, red gun.
Red gun. When she got it, that like right around the time that people started getting sick? Or maybe shortly after people started getting sick?
I can't recall. I don't think so. Look, we've been... we work together. We still do jobs. There's arrangements in place that I'm not going to walk out on. But Ella and I are not like we once were. She's got her own way of doing things, and we don't see quite eye to eye anymore.
Well, I don't want to speak before I really know what's going on. So, I don't know that this is for sure, but the place that we were last, we were able to help with something bad that happened, and the color red kind of seems to be a sign of the infection. And I was a little unsure of how to, fix a sickness that's affecting people, but I might be able to help with the red gun. That's an object I can maybe, purify.
My next line of question was gonna be why the three of y'all would appear and sign up to help a sheriff and his deputy. Didn't really seem like all that important of a mission to y'all personally.
We don't really have any control over it. I mean, I don't know if you just kind of go where it takes us.
Well, perhaps there's a bit of a correlation then, and purpose is more clear than I had originally thought. You're getting paid for this, or gold?
No, my friend, there is no money. It's difficult to explain.
Okay, I think my intuition was correct. You wouldn't be signing up for free.
Our goals are aligned in... I will say personally, I have no interest in helping the villainous Ella McCoy, but your world is being affected more than any of us might realize by the existence of this red gun that my genius friend Namby Pambleton was able to suss out with no problem with that fantastic rabbit nose of hers. She sniffed it right out.
I don't know about that, but I might be able to help. I don't know.
We want to make it better, but I also am pretty mad at the red.
Yes, true.
Pretty sick of it. So,
yeah, it's not very nice.
I kind of want to destroy it.
It has hurt us much, yes.
Well, if there's one thing I can tell y'all, it's that those good old boys over there, I'm sure they know 10 people that they'd want to save those vials for. Maybe pocket 3 for themselves. 7 for whoever lines those pockets with gold. You want to do something good with them? Well, our deal is still in place, and I get 1, but I'll help y'all with whatever you need before I get on that train.
If we're gonna do this, who's the 10th vial for? We talked about kids.
Ella had her own goals with the vaccine, and they weren't ever gonna get back in her hands if I had anything to say about it. Figured the bank job in Violet Creek could maybe fend her off, keep her at bay if I covered the cost. but I needed one for my son. Figured the other 9 I would make a profit on.
Hey, what is your son's favorite treat? I'm probably gonna do a bit of baking tonight, and I'm gonna have an extra one.
Here? I'll look around.
There's a fire.
Crum, my friend, Huguenot is the
all you need
greatest
is
baker in all the
campfire.
land. He could whip up a cake with nothing more than a rock and a stick. Somehow he would manage.
Got my utensils.
Pick up a rock and a stick.
One of the 2 extra horses is just full of like flowers, all sorts of like powdered confectioner's sugar.
That's why Hugh has that really high carrying capacity. There's just like 100 pounds of flour.
You've got a utility belt, but it's like, wooden spoons and spatulas and...
You're dragging around a
I have
food truck.
my little chef's utensils.
Okay. So the evening winds down and you all settle down. Any last words to each other as the night winds down?
Mtira's writing a letter. I'm assuming Namby, Hugh, and I will be sleeping near each other in this moment. And he's going to look over it, first of all, to Namby and just be like, Namby, my friend, are you feeling all right after everything that happened today? You took a vast amount of damage. Of course, you are, indestructible, so it was nothing to you, but I must ask.
Yeah, I don't feel good. That was really scary. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep it together, but I'm pretty freaked out. That was I don't even know. Like that dragon just came at me, and the next thing I knew, I don't know. Yeah.
You carried yourself fantastically, and personally, I am proud of you for what you have accomplished, and same to you, Hugh. And I wanted to take this moment to apologize to you, Huguenot, for last night when you tried to ask me about people I may have lost along the way. You may know, I am someone who prefers to focus on the positive in life and not get hunkered down on loss and things like that. But the reason I didn't want to speak, you may have noticed, I write these letters every night and I send them to nobody. It's because I have lost, just like you lost your sister, you have lost family. I have lost my mother. Her flame went out long ago. And so I write these letters about the events that I go through and the people I care about, and I burn them to her memory so that the spirits might guide them to her every night. And I just wanted you to know that even though I prefer not to talk about it, I write about both of you in these letters because you are the 2 greatest companions I have ever had. So thank you both for helping me in this journey and being with me.
That's
You
really sweet.
remembers what Namby was telling him when he was sitting on his rock with his 2 levels of exhaustion, and she was like coaching him about dealing with like panic attacks and just feeling like crap, and remembers like one coping mechanism about like tactile grounding. And so he reaches over and he takes Namby's hand, and then he reaches over and he goes to take Mtiro's and then takes the glove off and then does full on, even knowing, you can tell he looks very squeamish because trolls do not like fire. It is very uncomfortable for trolls with fire, but he fully engulfs Mtiro's hand and just sits like that with their hands. And
Thank you, Huguenot. My mother made me these gloves. She was the only one who wasn't afraid to be burned.
Well, I'm really
They're
glad you
beautiful.
write about us. That makes me really happy. I'm sorry you lost her.
thank you for sharing it with us.
As the night winds down, you all find your bedspreads that you have with you, your bed rolls that every adventurer has, and lays down and the night comes to an end. Everybody get out a D6, and we're gonna roll for some dreams.
Oh, okay.
And so
Sick.
Fun new mechanic.
So
Cool.
1 to 2 is gonna be a bad dream, and a 5 to 6 is a good dream. A 3 to 4 is gonna be a dreamless night for you.
I got a 2.
Becca, you're gonna have a bad.
Yeah.
Brooke.
I also got a 2.
So Namby is bad.
That feels like bad after that really sweet moment, though.
I know, right?
Well, even together,
Mtiro?
sometimes the bad
Mtiro?
happens.
Yeah.
Mtiro feels great after just, letting that all out. He got a 6. I'm having a great day.
Awesome.
Yay!
Great. And Valley?
Not to be outdone, I got a 1.
And Crum?
4.
4. That's a no dream. Okay.
That tracks for Crum.
And,
Dreamless.
What do you mean? You
And,
close your eyes and then just open them up every
Like
night?
weirdly really good at meditating, just like
It's really not helping me
Rook?
think that I'm not real.
Rook,
You're
what was
very
your
real.
roll?
I don't need to sleep. Do I still dream?
No, you don't.
Damn.
Conscious is clear.
What are you?
yes, for real. What the heck is going on? I'm trying to
I do
track
want-
it.
The gang, even though the cops are taking shifts, I feel like we also need to be taking
Yeah,
shifts.
we'll take.
Yeah.
Hugh's gonna be up.
I know Hugh's
doing
gonna be up a lot.
baking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are gonna double up on the shifts for them, and we'll
There's no way he wouldn't.
leave it at that there will be 2 people watching
Yeah.
Rook at all times, watching Buckworth and Tannenbaum as well, and Corland will throughout the night be up as well watching. But if you all are planning to kind of double up on that to watch both, then that will be what happens throughout the night. You all will be able to get your long rest. We'll start with Valley. So Valley, what would be a dream for you that would be a bad dream? What would a brief image maybe from your past or something that you would fear that would come from a bad dream for you?
I think in Valley's bad dream, he's extremely alone. He is, he doesn't have people around him, and maybe he's even showing up to town, and the people aren't tipping their hats to him. He's a stranger going by, maybe some suspicious looks, but no one's there to talk to him. No one's there to be there with him.
As part of that dream shifts to, turning in Ella McCoy, to being part of creating a prison to help keep people in, to becoming more involved in a role of law enforcement, and feeling it upon yourself that this may be the next step, and you feel like this nightmare is the culmination of failing at that job that you decided to take on after those experiences. So Hugh, you have a dream. You're at school, and the desk that you sit in is small, too small for you. You've grown taller than the other kids, and that desk starts to shrink smaller and smaller. And you look up and see the other kids around snickering, and just have this anxiety moment of being in school and feeling like you don't fit in well because you literally do not fit very well. Namby, you have a bad dream as well. You flash back to a memory where you arrive at the university where you did your clerical training, and you see people walking by you. You feel alone, feeling like, this was going to be a step where you were going to feel like you would finally fit in, but everything seems so foreign, everything seems so strange. You don't know if you're going to fit in, and the anxiety hits you, and the people and the university kind of spread away from you in this kind of dreamlike state. Tiro, you go to sleep, and having this weight kind of come off of you, have a good dream. You're at your stepfather's home, at your human mother's bedside, and she looks ill, but she's smiling at you as you are telling her a story with enthusiasm, and she gets tired and says thank you and asks you to go ahead and get some rest, and you share a moment with her, and she falls asleep, and you curl up on a bed of blankets on the ground next to her bed.
Since it's a dream, my stepdad is the cactus. He's just in the background.
Okay, great.
Weird shit from the day works its way in. I don't know.
And you all get a long rest and wake up on the western frontier in the morning, and that is where we're going to end this episode of Expedition Untold, Chapter 6. Thank you to all the players this week. Scott, Brooke, Becca, Bones, Swain, and Charlie. Their socials can be found in the description. If you want to see the video of the episode, it'll be up on our YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. Thank you to Zaezar for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.